Yeah, I think that how excited people got. I think that what I think was awesome is that as we exhibited excitement, people responded to that. And so I think that when we were able to show people how awesome this product is and why we think it's important, they then felt it was important. And so as we were able to do that, I was kind of like, oh, people want this and people want us to make it for them.
It all started thanks to the entrepreneurship school here, where I took a class with Kevin May. We found a topic that I wanted to address and really grew it into a business, at which point everyone just said, do it, why not?
The business plan competition forced us to actually write down what we've been thinking about for so long. So it was a really great way for us to organize our thoughts and think about how we can make a larger impact.
I think there's nothing better than putting your ideas to the test, and the cool part is doing this competition as an existing organization made us put our model on a slide, figure out how do we tell our story in the context of a business, how do we tell our story to our different audiences, and I think the competition more than anything made us put down a lot of our ideas, our operations plans into a far-reaching, forward-looking plan.
And it gave us the platform that we needed to really expand upon our ideas and get other people as excited about it as we are.
Last year I participated in business plan competition. In fact, with different technology, we won a second prize, and I wanted to do it again. So that speaks for itself.
So I think the biggest thing that came out of the business plan competition was the clarity of thought, because as we went through the competition, it was so clear to us exactly what we wanted to do, but also how we wanted to do it. And it made us think about the little details that we may have faced as a challenge further down the road with the business.
When you look at the metrics of the prize money, 130,000 plus, and the teams, 113, this actually puts GW now in the top 10 university-based business plan competitions in the United States.
We had 10 amazing teams present to some very astute judges who looked at what they were doing and really had a tough time trying to decide who was going to be the winner here.
The judges are so knowledgeable, and it's my first time presenting a business plan, so I'm very excited about it, and it seems really great, and it's a great exposure and an experience as well.
The judges had very relevant and great questions. They were very challenging on our understanding of the market. But the exciting thing for us is that we thought of this idea last April, and then we've been implementing it for the past 9 months. And this has been our full-time job. It's been everything we've been thinking about. And since we're business students, we've been taking entrepreneurship classes that help us build the business plan for this company. We've been in touch with the Center for Entrepreneurship and the Entrepreneurial Office at GW that's helped us shape the pitch to get it to this point. So we felt really comfortable to be able to answer those questions.
I think it was really tough. I was surprised by how tough it was. I read all the business plans ahead of time. I didn't have a preconceived notion of who I thought was going to be the best team. I wanted to hear their presentations, and I was surprised by how well the presentations came across, and it made our decision pretty difficult.
I think the key is you may think you're going to do something, and by the time you get to when you are going to do it, you have pivoted 8 times.
Every idea, don't get too married to anything, and always adapt with your advisors.
Yeah, staying flexible.
Well, I mean, since I was a first-year medical student, Jim has been a very close mentor of mine, and he's helped me out a lot. Jim Chung from the Office of Entrepreneurship. So he's kind of guided me in what I should do to raise money for my business, and the business plan seemed like a great option. And then I met John Rollins, and he also really tuned me into it. So I just felt like it was the right choice for our company.
Focus and plan in advance, because it's a great competition, but you really need to focus it and you need to prioritize it.
Yeah, so we knew that we would get assigned a mentor and someone to help us with our business. What we didn't expect is we'd have someone as qualified as Wendell Holland, who used to be a senior advisor to the Department of Energy and runs her own consulting firm.
Our mentor, his name was Mitchell Herman. He was fantastic. He owned a restaurant here in DC, and some of his insights were fantastic. If there's one regret, I think, with this business plan competition is that we didn't utilize him enough.
He really helped me to get through the patent process, because he had actually applied for trademarks and found lawyers in the area, so that was great. He actually was able to help me get a competitive price.
And we really did get a lot of great advice for him. We're really blessed because we're a pre-existing company, and he really made us challenge some of the kind of core beliefs of our company and help us further cement what we want to be as an organization, and that alone had some real value.
being able to actually develop a business plan adequately required the experience and know-how of a mentor, and it was very, very, very helpful to be able to reach that goal.
The one thing at the end of the day I think is most important is, and I actually, this was reiterated when Microsoft bought our business, was revenue at the end of the day cures all illnesses. If you don't remember anything I say today, just remember that.
But I want to mention why we got that large number of sponsors. We added social entrepreneurship as a separate track with 2 incredible prizes. One for the best for-profit social venture and one for the best non-profit social venture. And we had in our final 10 teams 4 from the social entrepreneurship track. 2 going for the nonprofit prize and 2 going for the for-profit prize. It was so exciting today. We've never had 10 teams in the finals before. We've never had this big an audience. We've never had this much money or this much excitement. And it's a wonderful reception. So it's good to be here.
Common Sense Action is one of the first ventures that tries to bring social innovation to politics. So it's really exciting to be recognized in a competition like this, because I think also it is an endorsement of the idea of social innovation in politics, not just our venture.
GW's business plan competition is one of the few in the country that integrates social entrepreneurship directly into a mainline traditional business plan competition, and this is something that really sets us apart.
Well, it was really exciting to have the social entrepreneurship track and to see all that new blood in the competition. It was also great to have all the different categories and sponsors that we did, and the quality continues to get better and better.
Just takes so much effort by a lot of people who are dedicated and interested and just want to get it done, and it just comes together.
I just hope this competition keeps going for years to come. You guys have an amazing program going on, and best of luck in the future.
Yeah, if you have an idea and you have the passion, there's no reason not to go for it.
It's worth the shot. It's worth trying, for sure. You get the support and you learn a whole lot along the way, and you should pursue your dreams.
Definitely, they should take advantage of this amazing opportunity.
Say, do it. What are you unsure about?
So I think if somebody has a good idea, just go for it, do it. You never know what's going to happen.
No, I'm just sad to be leaving GW after 13 years here in the School of Business, teaching and running the business plan competition. But I'll be back. I'll be in the audience somewhere in the back row.
My role with the business plan competition is to help the students who are interested in social innovation to develop their venture ideas and to make them a reality through mentorship, coaching, of course, with the competition, the possibility of funding, and just connecting them to each other and just really giving them the environment to succeed and making the world a better place, using their passion for service connected with business acumen and skills. I'm going to say the truth, which is they are all my favorite because they are really all amazing, inspiring young people making a difference in the world. You know, when I was an undergrad, you know, social entrepreneurship was not something that we thought of actively, and just to see students who coming in as even 18-year-olds telling me, oh my goodness, I've wasted my life. What have I been doing for the past 2 years? I heard about social entrepreneurship when I was 16 and I'm already 18. So, you know, that kind of attitude of like, I can make a difference and I'm going to start my own venture, I'm going to start my own organization to make a huge impact in the world is really inspiring. So really, they're all amazing. Sure, the bigger initiative it ties into is called GW Upstart, and we want this to become something that across the university, and then as GW becomes more and more known for social entrepreneurship, this will be something that will be really identifiable for people. And that initiative ties in the Knapp Fellowship for Entrepreneurial Service Learning, which President Knapp and Mrs. Knapp have personally endowed, and that gives funds to students who have entrepreneurial projects that can make a difference in using the business principles and, you know, interest in serving the community. There's also the Public Service Grant Commission, and that also offers funds. It's really interesting. It has a wonderful program. It has student commissioners who decide who gets the funds for projects that are especially DC focused. And then you know, the GW Upstart Prize Track, which was represented here today, to give students funds again for their social venture, which is either for-profit or non-profit. There's two separate prizes for that, for both categories. So the Clinton Global Initiative University Gathering was hosted here at GW a few years ago, and that gave GW students here in the nation's capital, you know, we're such a center for public service, for making the world a better place. So we wanted to continue that momentum here at GW, and that brought GW Upstart and the funding and me here to help coordinate with my colleagues in the Center for Civic Engagement and Public Service, which represents the whole university and serves the whole university. GW is very well known to be one of the top universities for public service, and this is kind of a flavor of public service that allows students to take full, unique responsibility for making a change with their unique idea. You know, because there's a whole spectrum. You know, you can plug into service initiatives that exist and just go paint a school. You can become a leader of our various programs to the Center for Civic Engagement, or you can develop your own idea and go out for the business plan competition or approach some of the other, you know, opportunities I mentioned, the Knapp Fellowship and the Public Service Grant Commission for funding. So there's a lot of great opportunities. We're also very excited to support students to develop what is called commitments to action for the Clinton Global Initiative University gatherings. And we had great representation this year. A lot of teams that were here also at the Clinton Global Initiative University gathering. A lot of the students were excited to meet President Clinton and just see various notable leaders and be inspired by them. John McCain was there. There's like a nice variety of world leaders and national leaders there. And so we just want to continue to support students to become their own amazing citizen leaders, as GW is encouraging and helping students to become.
So my role is to support what John Rollins has done with the business plan competition, who is the director of the competition, of course, to help coordinate all the different efforts and initiatives we have across the university to help make this thing successful.